This is one of the little cyber pets that my year 8s have been making. The case is vacuum formed, but the face itself was cut out from thin MDF using this profile that was drawn using this program. So what I can let my students do is to start with this profile and to put their design onto here. They would go to File and Add, and then they would find the profile in the school system and it would open up. You'll notice the way that this drawing is orientated is different to the previous ones. This has been set up as an A4 sheet so that the design can also be sent to a normal A4 printer. To do that, you could click on Setup, Drawing and Layout and select from the different sizes here A4 and Portrait, and it'll open up like this. Interestingly, if I sent this to the printer, by the way, it would not print this little photograph down here because it was outside the drawing area. What I want to look at in this tutorial is how we can use photograph images, whether they're images that we've got off the internet or images that we've created ourselves, perhaps even from our own drawings, and how we can use them in this and then cut them using one of our machines. Click on Bitmaps, which is a word for image, and import bitmap. On my desktop I've got a little emoji that I was using on something or other related to school, and click on OK. This emoji has got me with my lockdown hair before Mrs. Martindale cut my hair off with a shaver. But I'll click on that now, and that's brought in this photograph, this image that was taken off my phone. Now this is a photograph image, and you'll see when we zoom into a photograph image that a photograph image has was made up of pixels, and as we zoom in we can actually see the pixels, and it kind of creates a blurry line. We've been working in these tutorials with vectors. Vectors are simple mathematical equations. They don't blur as we go in, and we'll see that in just a moment. What I want to do with this bitmap that's now on the screen is I'm going to click on bitmaps and vectorize the bitmap. That's going to go from being a bitmap to a vector. So I'm going to take this photograph and turn it into maths. I'm going to click on the bitmap. Now this software is really clever, and it could pull out different individual colours, but for my purposes I either want the knife cutter to cut or not cut. I want the laser cutter to cut or not cut. So I'm going to use monochrome here to turn it into a black and white image where it's either black or white, cut or not cut. And I can change the luminescence, the brightness of the image. I do want to have an outline along there, so I'm going to stop just there and click on OK. Now this hasn't simply changed the drawing into black and white. What this has done is it's turned it into maths. If I click on here, and I can change the fill up here, that here's fill, and we've looked at how to fill in the last tutorial, but this is how to take the fill off. Click on no fill, and you can see now that I've just got the outsides of the lines, and you can see even where the original square goes through there. So now we've just got a series of lines that can be cut using the machine. Now then, let's just zoom out from here. You'll see that across the top there are where some details left in that I didn't want. To get rid of those, what I'll do is I'll click on there, and I could probably do ungroup and then pick out some of these parts here. If that doesn't work, you can ungroup further by exploding it. You click on that button, it'll make all of these lines into very separable individual pieces. I can now select those top bits and I can delete them. What that means now is that I can make this bigger or smaller as I need, I can incorporate it into my design here. It could be that actually the dinging is the attach button. It could be that what I could do here is I could cut off the hair. Let's do that to get in there and there, and there and there, and across there, down there, and I should then be able to, because I ungrouped it, I might have to explode it, I should be able to select these items. I selected those items as well. Right, so let's take the whole of this, let's explode it. That should mean now that I can select those individual parts better, like so, and take that away. Similarly, I can just take my eyes and use the eyes on there. Let's go for the no beard look. And it could be that I make the hair as a separate part that can be fixed on afterwards. So if I take that, maybe what I can do is make a stem that goes on there. Now what I want for this stem, I want this stem to be 3mm wide because it's the thickness of the acrylic. We haven't looked at sizes actually. If you look at the bottom of the screen, down here, you can see where it says ref, and if you carry on looking at ref there, you can see that as I get closer in, I can make that change. That reference is the size. So if I go down there, at the moment my rectangle's 43mm down, 1.2mm across, so I can kind of get that to be the 3mm or so. I probably can't get enough detail in there at the moment, so let's zoom in, and then I can get that to be a little more accurate. You can see there, let's get that down to 3.05, 3mm. Look at that. So that's actually just a rectangle at the moment, but I can click on that and drag that out, and I can then, you're probably not quite sure what I'm doing here, so I've created a little tab there. So if I cut this as a piece of material, I'll have that as a piece of wood. I can then go and put a hole in the top of my cyber pet and fit that in, although I have still got to work out what's going on these sides, but I think you get the point here about how we can use our own photographs and how we can incorporate them into the designs there. And that's it really with 2D design. I think if you've got that far, you've done amazingly well. Well done.